Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with Kessie, as it has been reported that the Barcelona midfielder is still confident of gaining prominence amid lack of game time. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about former Barca defender Clement Lenglet. Of course, he's currently on loan at Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. Recently, the player have been talking about club legend Lionel Messi, hailing Messi as the greatest player ever. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into those stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Barcelona were one of the busiest teams in the summer transfer window, signing no less than 8 new players in an attempt to strengthen the squad. However, not all of the new signings have started the season on a positive note. While Robert Lewandowski has been scoring goals for fun, former AC Milan midfielder Kessie has struggled to establish himself as a first-team regular. The Ivorian international has fallen behind the likes of Xavi, Pedri and Frankie de Jong in the pecking order, featuring in the starting 11 only twice in the league so far. However, according to a report from Dario Sport, Kessie is not planning to give up just yet, despite being left out on the bench in the midweek win over Villarreal. The midfielder is desperate to get into the team in tonight's game against Athletic Club. As such, Kessie has opted to train alone with the aim of being selected for the squad for tonight's meeting. Kessie's inclusion in the starting 11 against Athletic Club could be a real possibility as well, amid reports suggesting Xavi may look to provide a breather to Pedri Gonzalez, especially ahead of the upcoming Champions League affair against Bayern Munich. Pedri's return to the bench could see Kessie getting a rare opportunity in the middle of the park. The Ivorian's aggression and physicality, coupled with his attacking qualities, could add a new element to Barcelona's second line of press. However, Kessie does face competition from Sergio Busquets. The veteran midfielder was asked to sit on the bench against Villarreal, but he may return to action tonight, operating in the number 6 position, which in turn could allow the young to operate in the interior slot. Kessie have not had a good season at all. Not like he's been playing badly. Xavi have not had given trust to this guy, and honestly speaking, I'm not too happy about that. I think Kessie is a player who brings something different to that midfield. I don't know if it's because Xavi is scared to, I don't know if Xavi is scared of change or whatever. He thinks that Kessie does not have the flair or whatever. He's not a technically gifted player, but the physicality, there's something that when we look at the Champions League games, especially in Champions League that have been a disgrace in many years now, a lot have been spoken about Barca's lack of physicality in the middle of the park. In fact, we don't have a lot of physical players from the word go. And now we have a new player who came as a free transfer in the form of Kessie. But still yet, even in the Champions League game, rarely do we see Kessie playing. And look at now, we are, in fact, we're heading to the Europa League, that's for sure. And honestly speaking, I think Xavi's man management needs to improve to an extent. To be honest, I don't think Kessie will be happy about the situation. Of course, he can go out there, he's professional about it. He's happy, he wants to stay, and he believes that Xavi will give him the minutes that he wants. But deep down, he's not happy. This is a guy who took AC Milan to win the Scudetto, the Serie A last season. And you don't expect him to be happy with the situation he's currently facing. So I think with time, I don't know if there'll be a time that Xavi will use him more often. But this is, I don't know, if Kessie don't play a lot, then, I don't know, he's not going to be happy. It was a free transfer, of course, but I think this guy is a very talented player. He proved that Barca went for him because they knew the qualities that he brought to the table. But it seems as though this season that Xavi does not give him the trust. Xavi did not even play him even for 1 minute against Villarreal. So it has been reported that the player himself is sure that he can convince the manager, and he even went as far as training alone. After the group finished training, he trained alone, putting his own effort individually to ensure that the manager can be convinced that he is hardworking, to ensure that he can maybe get the nod in midfield in the starting 11 or at least the bench. As well, getting reports that Pedro Gonzalez might likely be rested for that game against Bilbao later tonight, while resting him for waiting for the game against Bayern, which will be on Wednesday. So it's not going to be an easy encounter, but Xavi needs to know how to manage some players, not to ensure that they are angry. When we look at the likes of Pep Guardiola and Man City, every player is happy. He ensures that everybody plays with a happy mindset because Pep is a tactician that he knows a lot how to play with players' mind. He knows how to keep you okay. You hardly see players keeping grudges that Pep is not playing me, I'm not happy, blah blah blah. He knows there are times that this player will play well, the next time this player will play well. Like, he rotates in his ideas. He does not just stick. I just hope that Xavi emulates that system from Pep, and at least most of these players, we have good depth. It's not a matter of just having the depth of the team, a good squad depth, but you also have to have that depth, that squad that are happy to play. It's not enough to have a good squad depth and those guys on the bench, when they come in, they are playing without the best effort because they know that you don't even entrust your trust there. So it's something that Xavi needs to arrange in this game. Then on to the next story of discussion. Clement Lenglet was one of many Barcelona players who moved elsewhere on loan in the summer. He joined Tottenham Hotspur on a season-long loan deal in an attempt to prove himself after a disappointing spurt and phase with Barca. Although the Frenchman has not had the best of start in life at Spurs, the defender has recently opened up about the nature of his loan deal, while also hailing Messi as the greatest player in the world. Most importantly, Lenglet suggested that Messi is someone who always resembles Barcelona. He said, "When you stay a long time in the same place and you achieve so many good things with the club, it means you become a part of the club," Lenglet said. "Your face is connected to the club. For me, Messi, always a Barca player." Lenglet played with Messi for 3 years at Barca before the Argentine eventually joined Paris last year. He said, "You play with the greatest player in the world, in my opinion. He helps you improve every day. I played with him for Barca and against him for Sevilla. Of course, it is better playing with him." The Frenchman went on to talk about his current contract at Spurs. He confirmed that the Lily Whites do not have the option to make the deal permanent. He said, "In the contract, we don't have that option," he said, "but we are in October. It's the beginning of the season and we have to wait before thinking about this. I have to be good on the pitch to help the team on the pitch. Maybe if everything is okay, we will speak, but at the moment it's too early," he said. Since moving to Spurs in the summer, Lenglet has started only 3 Premier League games this season. However, with a chunk of the season still remaining, it will be interesting to see what the future holds in store for the player this time. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.